another way to communicate is through your staff, right? Now, of course, this only works when you're communicating to active students, active families, but you can communicate through your teachers, right? You can have your staff print up flyers and send them home with students. You can have, like I said, you can have your teachers communicate to the students, communicate to the parents. You can also communicate through a newsletter. If you're sending out a monthly newsletter, you can communicate through that. So there's a lot of different ways for you to communicate. Whatever your offer is, just make sure you understand that the most effective strategy is to utilize as many different channels of communication as you possibly can. You should be careful, though, that whatever you set up, so whether it's a campaign for your prospects or whether it's a win-back campaign for your former student list, make sure that it's a system that you build and can sustain. If you can't sustain it and you do it like one time and then it just falls apart because you're the bottleneck and you're the one that's pulling all the strings, then that doesn't get you anywhere either. So make sure that whatever your system is, whatever the campaign that you're building is, that it's sustainable and that you can maintain it. So repetition is not annoying. It's you're not bothering people in the negative sense. You're actually bothering people in the positive sense. You're staying in front of them, because the reality is, if you don't approach it this way, then you'll be invisible to whoever it is that you're marketing to. Because I guarantee you, your competitors, and when I say competitors, I don't mean other music school owners. I mean everything else that's competing for your prospect's attention. They're going to get the prospect's attention over you if you're just thinking, well, I just sent them an email last week and they never responded, or I sent them a text message and they just ignored it. Well, and that just simply means that you're not doing it enough. Don't underestimate the power of your teachers, that especially as it relates to your active families, your active student list. They can really amplify your message. So if the message is family upgrade sale, and we want little Johnny, who's got a 30-minute lesson, to upgrade to a 45-minute lesson, the teacher is probably going to be one of the biggest drivers to making that conversion happen, because families trust the teachers more. And it makes sense. The teacher is the authority, right? They're the expert. And so if the teacher recommends that little Johnny upgrade from 30 to 45 minutes, then you're going to have a much better success rate. So getting your teachers on board, getting your front desk staff on board, utilizing all these channels to communicate to them so your message is getting through to these different lists. If you can do this and create a system so that you can sustain it, you will start to see enormous growth in your school.